Welcome back, everybody. It's Creative Redundancy back again, the one known as CR. And this is a very special live stream. In my opinion, IMO, you can see by the title, the description, and the thumbnail. And this is specifically towards the people in the US. However, let's face it, this will apply regardless of where you are. So hopefully everyone's good. Give me the standard 5x5, audio check, blah blah blah, all that good stuff. So I know you guys can hear my point of view. This is just my point of view, alright? Just my point of view, in my opinion. My opinion on this. Sunflowers, Mike, Shawnee. Yeah, it's gonna be a vertical live because I'm too lazy to go horizontal because I'm holding the phone. So I want you guys to hear me out, alright? And yes, I know this, that, I know people are doing stuff and all this stuff, but you guys, so you guys went to go vote in the US, but now it's time to prepare again, starting today. Let that sink in. Let that sink in right here, right? Be ready. I don't care if you, regardless if you chose this side or that side. Just like how I said, very similar in my last video that I posted about opening to points of views. Remember that, right? Remember that. For whatever the reason for voting this or that, agreeing, disagreeing, sort of agreeing, sort of disagreeing, right? When it comes back down to it, you got to be ready for both sides of the equation, And now I'm going to take kind of middle ground here for it, right? So you're going to hear my point of view. Let me just see where. Thank you, Shawnee. Thank you. Very nice, very nice. So yeah. So go do something today with what you have. Be ready. Be ready. I can't say that enough, I guess, right? Go be ready. Be ready. You might not anticipate every last thing, but let's just assume this transitional period. Yeah, transitional period. Yeah, I'll use that. May not be as smooth as it can be, or as usually it can be. Let's remember that, all right? And go prepare out there for what you may experience, see, notice, all that stuff, right? And this is for you guys in the U.S., by the way, right? I mean, I'll be thinking about this here in Canada probably next year when it arises. Who knows? Maybe I'll do a live stream about it, which will probably echo the exact same things that I'm saying in this live stream right now. And I do have slow-mo on for every 5 seconds right now. You guys can voice your opinion while it's live. I do not have the live chat replay available for this stream, so you only see the live stream chat while this is live. So you guys can voice a few things, right? I'll paraphrase what you guys say and stuff like that, right? I mean, I'm a Canadian, right? I'm not gonna pick sides because, frankly, I'm not in the U.S. I'm not a U.S. resident, So these are just my opinions, right? Yeah, I saw what happened. I saw the quote-unquote map, alright? I saw what happened this morning. I've seen what our YouTubers out there, our preparedness channels are saying. I voiced a few things, said a few things, just like the description. I've been using that. Actually, I've been saying it on Instagram. A couple of comments I've left. I've used that as part of my what I'm gonna say to everyone. So, if you see me, you'll probably see that me using that again because I was just like, yeah, I think I'll stick to that. It's good that you guys are all doing something positive, right? Right. Now that you guys have voted, right? Pretty much everyone, right? Now what, right? Because frankly, there was only two outcomes, anyways, right? However, regardless of the outcome, you got to prepare for either one, right? Which is just like how you prepare for both sheltering in place and evacuation, or bugging in, bugging out, whatever you want to call it, right? In that same way, plan for both. That way you're as ready as you can be. And this is going beyond just even general preparedness. I'm talking about like day to day too, right? Sometimes you have that choice, or there is per se the choice. And realizing, well, either I can shut the door or open the door. But I need to plan for both, just in case one or the other becomes an eventuality. For example, what's up, Blake? I see you in there. Mike, Shawnee, of course. Howie, I see you. Yeah, well, it's one of those. I am Qual. I see you guys. You know, because I think even on the preparedness side, some of the channels were even saying this even days, weeks in advance, right? Got to be ready, right? The eventuality, regardless if you pick this side, that side, and stuff like that. Guys, frankly, I know I have multiple sides on this. I already know because I just know. Not to point any names or whatever. That's what you guys chose, right? Whatever it is, for whatever your reasoning for it is, right? Whatever your political reasoning is for choosing. You gotta remember, you went to go vote, now it's time to go prepare again, starting today. And like literally today, like right now, alright? Hope for the best, plan for the worst, hope for the best, as they say, right? And hopefully things won't be so rough, what you say, right? Alright, you guys all saying? Yeah, that too, Shawnee, yeah, right? And be aware of what's going on. And this is why actually I decided to put what's at the top of the screen. I actually decided to put that in. So what are you guys doing to prepare starting today, right? You guys all, I know you folks already went to go vote, right? Regardless of who you voted for, this or that, the other guy, all this other stuff you hear out there, right? Regardless, regardless of the color side that you chose or who you checked off on the ballot or whatever, right? What are you doing? Right now, right? Like right now. I'm talking about right now. If you're listening to this on the replay, what are you guys doing right now to get ready? Are you putting some food back? Maybe a little bit extra water. The fuel tank, filling it back up. Those kind of more standard things you see in the preparedness community people are talking about. Are you doing that still, right? Or are you getting ready for something else? Yeah, slow-mo tuck, yes. Oh, you're working on some health, Shawnee? Okay. I see you. Thank you, I appreciate that, Uncle. Yeah, I see. You get a clipboard. I see. Okay, finalize your grow list for next year. Yeah, get ready for that. What's up? Yeah, it's too calm, probably, right? What's up, Mark? And this is why we gotta get ready, right? You know that what that saying? Early bird gets the worm, or whatever that saying is, right? Well, now's the time, right? Don't wait till next month. Don't wait, well, avoid waiting till next month. Avoid waiting for whatever potential happens in the new year for you guys in the US, right? Start today. Start today, right? Plan ahead. Be proactive. Be right. Be proactive. Be and less reactive. More forethought. Less in hindsight. Right. I mean, like I said, these are just my opinions, my personal opinions, right? And this is why I'm not using certain words, because really, like I said, I'm a Canadian resident. I do not live in the U.S. You know, I'm not done say, "Oh, you're wrong, you're bad." No, 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 no. You guys are people, all right? People I know, people I've talked to, associated with, and such, right? So you guys matter, and that's why I'm here, right? Let's see where. What's up, Lee? I see you in there, man. I see you in there. Hold on. Yeah, a bunch of water. Yeah, okay, okay. A bunch of water, MRAs, dry goods. Yeah, yeah, right. Buffer room, yeah. Okay, okay, Tuck, I see you, I see you, I see the comments in there. Let's see here. Yeah. You made some scrap metal run and go to Turkey? Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, Mark, you were saying about doing that kind of stuff. Yeah, you are nerfling. It's like many of us. Thankfully. So yeah, alright. What are you guys doing out there, right? I mean, because I'm starting to think about this even more. Before the elections start to really make their more notice here in Canada, because it is coming soon. Here. Here. And yeah, I mean, I don't usually get political on the channel. However, I will say, you gotta be ready for it. Ready for this or that. You know, the eventuality. It's an eventuality. The only thing is, no one knows for sure which side will metaphorically come on top, right? As they say, the majority. Or, well, it's a little bit different here in Canada compared to the US and yeah, and all that stuff. I was just like, oh yeah, this is how they do it in the US, so I gotta remember that. But what are you gonna do to get ready, right? Yeah, okay, Tuck. Yeah, I could understand that. You live down south, yeah. So something like that, you'd be keeping your eyes out, in spite of whatever you voted for. And apparently Shawnee can't stop watching it. I I was trying to come up with something funny there, but it didn't. Let's just say I think what I was gonna say wouldn't weather what you guys never mind. I was trying to find something funny, and I'm trying to be serious, but I'm trying to mix it in some humor here because I think it's important, right? Doing this right now, right, while it's still quote unquote relatively calm, right? Maybe this is the calm before that metaphoric storm, right? I'm no psychic or whatever, right? I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not gonna see what's able to happen or what will happen. However, let's remember from the past, right? Remember what could happen or has happened in the past, because a lot of times the past can come back and metaphorically repeat itself in a certain way. Maybe it's a different area, different time, for different reasons, but there is some, how do I say? discussions out there. Discussions out there, right? I don't know. I don't know. You know, I only hear what I can hear from you guys sometimes. I'm seeing it. By the way, I'm not totally reading all of the chat out. And like I said, I do not have the live chat replay available, so you guys can actually say a few things. The live chat's only available while you guys are on live, while it's live, right? I'm pretty sure I did not put the live chat replay available afterwards. Yeah, some of that stuff too. Yeah, I see that, hell yeah. And some of that stuff is just an eventuality in time, within time. Maybe not next year, but next month or whatever, but it could be an eventuality in time. Yeah, how he's talking about that, yeah. Perhaps, Shardy. What's up, Colin? Candy on Dollars, what's up? Hi. I see you. Alright, everyone say hi. So, yeah. Alright. So, yeah. This stream, like I said, will probably not be that long. I'm not planning to go that long specifically for this, but I want you guys to be prepared, ready, right? You know, that's what in the preparedness community, right? In the preparedness community and the survival community, and all right, we get ready. Even in the homesteading community, the gardening community, right? You get ready. You get your plants ready. You know, you plan ahead, all right? Anticipate the eventualities, you know, maybe go plan for the winter, before the winter, right? The eventuality, right? You know, get ready before the metaphoric storm, or literally before the storm, right? Get ready. Don't getting ready when the storm's already there is kinda, less effective. Let's just say, right? Let's say less effective. You know, it's probably more efficient to do something today while you still can, while things are relatively calm, right? While you can go out there and get something, whatever it is, food, water, some fuel, whatever, right? Those other things, seeds, I'll just use that. I know you guys are in the US, so I'll say it like that. I don't know if that's how you say it. Let's see where, ooh, chicken, what? Yeah, me too, Blake. I see you in there. You guys are talking about food. Happy nacho cake. Are you guys looking? I'm trying to be serious, and you guys are like talking about food. I should. But yeah, but food is important. Food is important, right? You gotta make sure you're ready, right? You know, make sure you're ready. Just in case you can't first thing get down the street to that store. That delivery may be delayed, right? So be ready in advance, right? Learn from the past. Look what you've seen in the past. Maybe not necessarily in your area, but maybe a state over, county over, whatever, right? See what happened in other places, right? Because there is a potential at times for things to occur in one area at one time, then migrate over to another area at a different time, in a different place. You know, because, sometimes storms don't always hit one area. Sometimes it hits a different area. But the results, not results, but the outcome may be similar. You guys have lots to say. I'm glad I decided to put slow-mo on now this time around. Let's see. You would like to go winter layer clothing shop, man. You got external layers, but need to refresh the layer. Yeah, okay. So some what's the word? Base layers. I remember you were saying that. You were saying that before. I remember that discussion. Yeah, get it ready in advance. right? Before that metaphoric storm, right? Or in this case, winter storm or whatever, or the cold really exists, right? Like, even for me right now, it's relatively nice out, so I'm getting ready in advance, alright? I've actually brought up. I actually have my snow boots ready, just in case. I already brought them out just because I was just like, well, I'm not gonna need these sandals for a while, so I'll put the sandals away for the season and bring out the winter boots. Although I haven't brought out my ice cleats yet, and not quite, but I have the winter boots just in case, just in case I decide to want to use them or whatever, right? Some prep for it, yeah. You agree? Yeah, do some extra prep work and survival related training, Yeah. Because you don't know what stuff's gonna happen. I'm actually trying not to swear here, but you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Salmon, yeah. Oh, did I get anything? Oh. I should have ate more before I started the stream. Oh, I mean, yes. Okay, Shadi, I see that. Let's see, where am I at here? But yeah, so go out there and do that extra little thing, right? You know what? It may make the difference in the long run, right? It may give you that buffer zone of time, space, while things are transitioning. Transitioning to something else, right? We've seen it before. We've seen this before. Not just you guys in the US, similar things can happen in other places in the world too, right? And to be aware of and such, right? Because we all know that a lot of people are voicing their opinion. And this is just my opinion, right? This is just my opinion. Take it for what it is and adapt. Not adapt, but yeah, adapt it to your location and what you may expect to see, right? I don't care if you live out west, out east, this state, down south, up north, rural, urban, right? Still gotta be ready. Still gotta be ready for what goes down. Because I know some of you know each other. Seen each other, right? Even close friends. Talk offline, or, well, not offline, but like talk on the phone and stuff like that, right? So you guys know each other. Quote unquote friends, as they say, right? So, I know you guys care about each other to a certain degree, alright? Because you guys talk to each other, right? If something happens, it's like, oh, that it doesn't blah 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 live there, and maybe give them a call or message them and see how they're doing, right? Just so that they know that they're not alone in this situation. Hi, Cecilia. Yeah. When hits that, well, yeah, that too, that too, Uncle. Yeah, I see that. Okay. Anyways, am I back at the bottom? Okay. Well, okay, I know I said food, so I guess you guys can talk about food. While you guys are eating, and while I'm eating like later after the stream, because clearly I need to eat after the stream, because clearly you guys are persuading me here again, like usual. So typical. I mean, but food is important, right? Food is important, all right? We all need it in time. We can only go so far long without it, all right? Even if after a couple of days without eating, you're gonna feel tired, all right? And just imagine if you gotta do more activity, right? And maybe something delays or prevents you from going to that store or getting that online delivery or whatever, for whatever the reason is, right? There's potential for that. at times. So you gotta be ready for that, right? Have something so you have a buffer zone of time, right? Until things settle down, until things, that storm, metaphoric storm, calms back down again. Hello, Garden Warrior. See? You see that comment? Yeah, I knew it. Hello? Cars. He's in there too? Hey, it's Jeep. Just exploring. Every pad. Okay. I just have to make sure it was in here. Yeah, I knew you guys would talk about food. You know, one of these days I'm gonna do a live stream about food, you guys, and you guys will just come and just say all this stuff again to me and be like, oh, this is what I'm eating, this is what I'm preparing, this is what I've put back on the shelf, in the pantry, this is what's in the fridge, this is what I'm, yeah. But that'll be for another live stream. You guys can all save your food chat for that. I'll be craving for that live stream, clearly. Oh, did I say that out loud? Yes, I did. Yeah. Let's see, where am I at here? You guys, I hope you guys are actually, like, not just saying those food words and actually kind of storing them up or preparing them or eating them or eventually, like, tomorrow picking up a new batch of it, as they say, rotating it in, that first in, first out, FIFO type of acronym that the community, preparedness community has and all that stuff. Yeah, I know. Yeah, of course you gotta feed me with that all those words there. Yeah, like a usual, typical. So yeah, like I said, go out there and do something positive, right? Whenever it is, something constructive, right? You know, things are happening, right? Things are happening. Things are going down. We're just kind of in that calmer state right now. But let's remember, the calmness can change quite suddenly at times, right? That metaphoric storm you may see it, but it may arise sooner than you realize. Or that, it's 10% of this to, 30 minutes later, 40%, 50%, the next thing you know, the weather forecast says periods of precipitation. I'll just say that. I'm not going to use that R word. But you know what I mean, right? And you see that at times where it's just like, this stuff's happening, right? And this is why I want you guys out there to be ready, be prepared, right? And I'm not gonna be a hypocrite here and and say all those words without doing something myself here for whatever I can here, right? I need to cycle out some water, check out on some food, make sure, let's see where I am at, that's where I am, right? Regardless if you got freeze-storing stuff, MREs, many meals ready to eat. Although I wish I had a meal ready to eat right now, because you guys are making me hungry with all this food chat. But, canned stuff, fresh stuff, gardening stuff, right? Dehydrated, like I said, freeze-dried, fermentation, all that stuff, smoked, whatever food, whatever. Yeah, I know. Maybe it's that smoked salmon. Wink, wink. All that stuff. And, of course, the water that goes with it. And, of course, the electrolyte mixes, the coffee, the teas, all that stuff that goes along with it, alright? Make sure you got some of it kind of in advance, You have a buffer zone of that, right? Just in case, like I said, I get to that store, there's a delay, there's a quote unquote roadblock in the way. I'm just gonna use that, yeah. You know? And you guys are talking. Yeah, exactly. We're in this calm right now, and this is the greatest. This is the perfect time to get ready, right? Just like in preparedness, right? You know, don't we try to be ready in advance, right? Don't, you know, no need to quote unquote panic buy, right? You know, it's, you know, get ready in advance, right? You know, let's avoid any TP heist, as I've been saying on my channel, as I've been saying, kind of quoting it like that, right? Let's avoid that again, alright? And learn from the past, right? Maybe you weren't as prepared back then. 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever years ago, when blah 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 happened, this happened, and this happened, right? Well, you got another chance again. You got another chance again to do something starting today. And like I said, you guys voted already. Now it's the time to prepare again, starting today. Yeah, I can see some of you, you know, nothing really changed. The only thing that changes, like, words that were said, alright? You're still doing, preparing and doing the stuff in advance. Let's see. I'm just reading the chat real quicker. Yeah, and be ready, right? Maybe it is, and you know, you decide to get that fire extinguisher. Along the lines of that, right? Maybe it's that, hey, I'm gonna park the car or your vehicle in the garage. Locking the door, right? A few proactive things. Maybe you decide to add some additional solar lights or lighting outside for security measures, you know, and stuff like that. So you're able to see, just in case, right? Just in case. You know, because unfortunately, you know, none of us control, or can, I don't like to use the word control, even though it's got zero in it. That word that I just used with other people, right? They have a mind of their own, right? But because we also have a mind of our own, we can also see, you know what? We gotta do something. We're gonna start doing something today, right? Because it's up to us to do something about it. Well, of course. You bet we are. Because we're doing this right now. You know, maybe it starts from right here on this stream. And it's like, you know what? Sierra's right. I gotta up my game a bit, right? I gotta, you know, push into overdrive. Kick it up a notch. You know, do a little bit more. You know, there's a deal at blah 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 place for so and so. You know, and taking advantage of those deals out there, right? Especially in the next couple of weeks, months, and years, and so forth to come, right? And not just doing it today, right? Or tomorrow, or the following day, or next week, or the following month, and the following year, right? But kind of like just incorporating it into your lifestyle, right? You know, you gotta go all crazy and all, but you know, just a little additional, make progress, right? Make progress in it, right? And eventually, it just becomes second nature. Yeah, I'm speed reading. I am speed reading right here. And like I said, the live chat is not available on the replay. So. But I am reading what you guys are saying. Even though you guys are mostly talking about food right now. But, you know, I guess, like I said, food is important. And do what you can, right? Maybe it's, you know, not wasting food, eating those leftovers, or reusing those leftovers to make a next day meal, whatever it is, right? Maybe you're making some soup, right? Stretching out that food a little bit more, right? You know, and stuff like that. I mean, I got stuff in some leftover stuff, and I'm actually thinking about it right now because you guys are talking about food, and I'm talking about food. Just so, you know, using up the resources that you have, right? I'm talking about food that's already cooked or whatever, right? Sitting in the fridge, sitting in some jar or Tupperware, whatever you want to use. You know, wax, paper wrap, whatever you use, regardless if you do this or that. And maybe you're making that grilled cheese. I don't know. Maybe you are. Actually, you know what? That actually. See, now I'm thinking about that. No. Maybe no. I better eat these other things first. Priorities. I'll eat that stuff that quote unquote will go bad first. I think that's probably more important right now. Because now's not the time to waste food, especially considering what may or may not happen. Let's see here. Okay, Tuck, I see you, man. So yeah, you would understand something similar then, right? Because it will directly or indirectly affect you. Or in this case, directly. I mean, I could talk to coffee too. I mean, I got some coffee ready. I do have a little bit of coffee ready. I'm working on it a little bit more, actually, as I go on. I still actually have this other coffee that someone gave me. I haven't even opened it up. I mean, I've actually, quote unquote, stashed away some extra coffee. Actually, let's see here. I got it over on the side. Hold on. You know, I got it over on the side here. I've actually been working on it. Sorry, I gotta turn on the light here. Exactly, right there. Before I go any further, yeah, there's that balance between quality of refrigerated food and means to use it before it goes bad. Especially if there's no power to, you know, run the compressor in the fridge and, you know, all that stuff, right? You know, even if you got a generator and all of that backup power, how long can you go for, right? And let's remember, stuff like generators, battery banks, all that stuff, it's consumable or it's got moving parts to be aware of, right? And stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, I've been slowly adding in some additional little things here. Some wooden forks, some packets of honey, right? So, you know, for tea, coffee, whatever, something like that, right? And these are just extra things, right? Things that, you know, I have on the side. Among some other things, you know, more honey, some hot sauce. And that's in addition to, like, the typical stuff that I would have, you know, in a jar or in a shaker, you know. This is additional stuff, right? So, I can do something with this if I actually had to. Okay. So, and stuff like that, I think I'll go for another 9 minutes. I'll go for the 45-minute mark. You know, here's some oatmeal, for example, right? You know, boom, you know, here's some regular run-of-the-mill oatmeal. You see how I just said run-of-the-mill? Get it? Alright. You know, I add some honey in and I'll get some sweetness, alright? I can add something else in to give it a little bit more oomph. Get a little bit more out of it, right? And yeah, I got those that are ones that are quote unquote flavored, right? But I got something to spice it up with, right? Or sweeten it up with if I wanted to. Just so I'm ready to go as much as possible, right? Just in case, right? And really, I'm doing this for the winter, this kind of winter thing, really. It just happens to work in their their 6 months of the year. Yeah, I know, that oatmeal pun cut like steel. I know, right? Hey, sometimes it just writes itself. Remember that, everyone. It just writes itself how it is. Sorry, I gotta make sure. I'm double checking the time. Because I know there is our live streams probably at the top of the hour, so that's why I'm not staying overly long. Make sure my point gets across here. I mean, well, actually, since I have some of the stuff out, I might actually reorganize this too at the same time, right? And take inventory, right? What do you have right now, right? How far can you stretch the resources you have right now, right? And while relatively metaphorically it's calm out right now, quote unquote sunny out, now's the time to go get something, right? While you still can. Not while you still can, while it's still doable or easy, right? While you can still get that ship, overnight delivery, or go down the road or street or highway to that store, right? Just so later on, if there's issues or whatever, you can delay going back or delay that delivery, or if you're gonna wait that extra 7 days for delivery, it's just a minor inconvenience because your buffer zone exceeds that time limit, if that makes any sense, right? So you have more than that 7 days, so you can quote unquote afford to wait that extra 7 days, right? You don't have to be like, I need it now kind of deal, right? You already planned in advance. Yeah, you inventory your freezers at the beginning of every month and make a meal plan. Okay, yeah, something like that, right? Meal planning, or at least take an inventory of what you got. So kind of, you can gauge the amount of time, or how I always say, the buffer zone of time, right? I'm talking about especially the consumables. So, power, water, food, fuel, right? Those are all consumables, right? In time, you will need more, or your supply will go down as you use it. It's just how it is, right? But hopefully you get enough to outlast the quote-unquote time of said event, right? Or at least be able to resupply within time, right? Where it be through natural means, like what you're doing, like gardening, for example, right? Harvesting rainwater, stuff like that. To, some sensible things, right? Not leaving your gas tank of things, not just your vehicle or whatever other things you use, right? Down to half or a quarter, or on E, or empty, or like bottoming out, or at critical levels, right? That's not the time to be like, oh, I need more, because if things happen and you're at that critical level, well, the stress level is just gonna go up, right? You may do something that you regret just because you're forced to do something that you don't want to. And there has been stories about that, by the way. What's up, Bob? I see you in there, man. Virtual fist bump to you. Welcome back. But yeah, you know what I mean, though, right? Let's see. Yeah, okay, I see you, Garden Warrior. Yeah. Yeah, use what you got first, right? I see Tuxedo has something in the works. Let's see here. Yeah. Good evening, Bob. right? And be ready, right? Like, I know. Sorry. I had to check on something. I was just making sure. Just like how Bob, you check on stuff. I gotta check on stuff too. Gotta be ready, alright? Gotta be ready. I mean, I've been talking to other people. Like, I don't necessarily say, oh, hey, this is what I'm preparing for or whatever, right? But I'm just saying, talk to people, the neighbors and all that stuff, right? Because knowing people around you are more ready, well, frankly, they're just gonna be more ready, right? And with more people around you that are more ready, that means people in general can have more of a buffer zone of time and resources to get them through, right? They're not gonna be like, the day after, it's just like, I need food! I'm air quoting that, but you know what I mean, right? And, and you start seeing these people reacting more to it versus being proactive, especially considering what you guys in the U.S. have experienced in the last 4, 8 years, whatever, right? Here in Canada, to a certain degree, slightly different, but, more or less the same, just a different country, just a different place, for different reasons, right? But there is, some similarities. Where am I at here? Okay. Yeah. You got it, yeah, you got it. You guys got it, right? You guys know what to do. You guys, this ain't your first rodeo. This ain't your first thing, You guys know what to do. But if, for anyone out there that's kind of more newer at it and just getting into it a little bit more, right? I know in the preparedness community there's been people that have been just jumping on board more recently. And actually, I'm going to go for that hour. I know I said 45 minutes, but screw it. I'm going for that hour. Might as well. I got the chat here. Why not? It will still give me enough time to eat and still watch another live stream. So yeah, we'll go till the hour mark. 15 minutes, guys! Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go for another 15. Why not? You guys are engaging in my side chat. So I appreciate it. Because you guys are engaging, even though I got the live slow-mo one. But, and I appreciate you guys, all these comments, right? I'm reading them, right? I may not be saying them out loud, but I am reading them. Alright. Yeah, you're gonna do what you can because you realize that, yeah. I see what you mean, Garden Warrior, Because it's up to us to do something about it, alright? Things are happening out there, The metaphoric words, the letters are on the wall. It's just a matter of in time, maybe even eventuality that some situations or outcomes may happen. And that's why we gotta be ready for it. Yeah, we're gonna do something positive starting today, whatever it is. Maybe you're getting that extra oatmeal food that you typically enjoy, whatever it is, right? You like this certain amount of food, this, whatever it is. Maybe you like pasta, maybe you like this, oatmeal, rice, beans, fresh stuff, canned stuff, whatever it is, right? Be ready in advance, and stuff like that, and prepare in advance, right? And stuff like that. Because, in my opinion, I feel like, yes, IMO. In my honest opinion, we are really in this calm right now, right? Before everything's taken in effect, or go one way or another, right? Let's be ready, right? Let's be ready in advance. No one's, we've seen things happen. We've all seen things happen. Locally, state or provincial wise, to, countrywide and so forth, right? We've seen what happened, or what has happened, right? We've seen what people do, or can do, right? And let's remember another thing. Let's also remember what we can do for it, or because of it. Because of it? I was gonna say against, but I won't use that word. There's certain words I'm not actually trying to say here because I want to be more inclusive. And like I said, regardless if you voted this or that or whatever, right? Because at the end of the day, we're still gonna need some water. We're still gonna need some food of some sort. And for some people, a little bit of coffee or caffeine may help too, right? Some people are a little bit better, more socially, stable with coffee in their system. A little bit less grumpy. Yeah, let's just say that, right? Hello, Fariana. How are you doing? It's nice to see you, by the way. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, you're gonna be ready for that, right? You have your reasonings for being prepared. Not yet. It's nice to see you, Farion. Not yet. I'm working on that after. By the way, I'm eating after the stream. Making sure I just... Yeah, and I read what Mark said. Okay, yeah. Just making sure I read you guys' comment. Like I said, I might not fully read it out loud, but I am reading it. Because I wanted to hear what you guys you're doing or preparing for, right? And like I said, well, that's good, Fariana, that things are getting better, right? And that's the thing, right? Unfortunately in life, and I haven't actually said this for a while, actually. It used to be, it still is, but it was part of my, what's it called? I'm trying to remember. I haven't said the term for a while. That your channel info or channel description that everyone has on their channel, right? I've said this. It's part of I've said it since not necessarily day one of the channel, but year one of the channel, right? There's hurdles out there in life. Everyone will deal with some sort of hurdle, metaphoric hurdle, on this racetrack that we're on, right? And being ready, both on the physical side, spiritually, mentally, and all that stuff, and the resources, right, may help you jump some of these hurdles. Maybe not necessarily all of them, but it'll give you a little bit more to work with so you can at least attempt to jump the hurdle, right? You got a little bit more to jump said hurdle. Instead, because let's face it, no one wants to fall on their ass trying to jump a hurdle. Let's face it, right? It's true. I'm just saying, I'm just saying to be straight up about it, right? Because, and like I said, these hurdles exist for everyone. We might not always have the same hurdles like everyone else at the same time, but some of these hurdles, a lot of us may encounter at the same time, because the effect of the hurdle is towards, every single person or player or participant. All right, participant as in people. Oh, sorry, you can't see me air quoting, but I am air quoting. Here, let's see. Okay. Just reading. Yeah, exactly, right? I know some of the preparedness channels have said, it's like stacking the deck in your favor, right? And I guess you could metaphorically say it like that, right? For anyone that's played cards or anything like that, it's that kind of deep saying, right? I can like just like my metaphor on a racetrack, right? Right. You know, there's that. You know, the rat race, right? Yeah, you could say that too, right? And the hurdles are the things that block our path, make it harder to continue on this path at times, right? And this could be anything at times, right? It could be as serious as, you know, the core elements like shelter, water, food, right? Unfortunately, some people like in the flood areas have experienced this, right? Firsthand, right? You know, and some of these people are angry, right? Outrage, doing stuff they normally don't do. You know, and maybe some of them were prepared, right? Like I highly doubt that not all of them were prepared. Let me say that again. I highly doubt that none of them were prepared, but some of them may have been, right? But still, you gotta remember the preparedness part, the resources, the skills, the knowledge, and the experience, right? It gives you, you know, going back to the metaphor of the hurdle, it just makes it so you have a higher stepping platform, a ladder for you know, metaphorical ladder to climb a little bit easier, to make it a little bit easier, right? It's not to be foolproof, right? There's no guarantee that you can still jump that hurdle. However, a little forethought may make that hurdle, instead of 200 stories up that you're trying to climb and get over, to something a little bit more manageable, like 2 inches or a foot or two, right? Something a little bit more manageable, right? Slight inconvenience, right? But you can do it. You can do it. You know, and keep going at it the best that you can, and keep doing the things as people have said, right? You know, if it's that gardening stuff, it's that, you know, I'm gonna get more brandy, I'm gonna be more proactive, I'm gonna go learn how to garden, I'm gonna learn how to freeze dry, I'm gonna learn how to dehydrate, I'm gonna go get this dehydrator, I'm gonna learn how to sun dry something, I'm gonna learn how to store seeds, I'm gonna learn how to be more effective, I'm gonna learn how to inventory the gear, the resources I have, right? Like inventory your seeds, to food, to, you know, the supplies that you have. Just so you know where you are when things happen, right? And again, be proactive, right? Less reactive, more proactive. Less in hindsight, more forethought, right? While it's still relatively calm and easy right now, alright? You know? Because in the preparedness community, people are thinking ahead, like, if they haven't already, right? You know? They're doing stuff today. Today, if not yesterday, right? They realize, you know, tomorrow may change suddenly. So, it's better to be more prepared for starting today, right? Because sometimes, to build that better future, at times, you gotta start today. Just like my banner says on the channel, alright? Let's see, where are we at here? This one. Well, I mean, you do what you can, right? Do what you can, the skills, like swimming or whatever, gardening, whatever. Learn as much as you can, do as much as you can, alright? You know, I get there's physical limitations in our stuff, right? Not everyone has this, not everyone can garden, not everyone can grow outside, some people are in an apartment, right? I mean, right now, I got green onions growing by a window, right? I mean, it's a south-facing window, so you got a south-facing window? A little bit of sunlight that can come in? Yeah, it's probably possible, right? At least I know the green onions have the green onions have some vitamin C. So, providing I consume it raw, well, at least scurvy won't be on my worries at the moment, which is say, right? You know, maybe I'll leak out a sneak peek here. You see what I did right there? Yeah. Remember, some of my puns aren't always clean like that. I think I probably went too far on that one. But yeah, a little bit of humor, right? Because I want you guys thinking ahead, right? Wow, it's still relatively easy, as some of their channels have said at times, right? While things are easy, while things are relatively calm, right? Do what you can, right? Because, you know, people don't voice their opinions. We all know that. I'm voicing mine right now. Although I'm trying to, like, voice it towards something more constructive in nature. Something a little bit more positive, right? And this is why I'm not saying certain things. But I'm indirectly saying it and relating it into preparedness because, really, we gotta be ready. You gotta be ready. Yeah, they're healthy food, yeah. You gotta be ready for what's coming. You know? For what it is, right? And looks like I'm coming up to that hour mark. So it'll be the standard 2-minute warning for my live streams. You know, for you guys to say something. So you guys know. Because I don't actually like to abruptly just cut the stream. I like to give you guys some warnings so you guys can finish saying something or you want to say something to someone. Or you're in the middle of typing. Or because I have slow-mo on so you guys can say something at the end. Alright. Because you guys matter. You guys matter, right? You know, if I hear something happening in your area, whatever, I'll say something, right? I'll say something. You know, you're going through something, I'll say something. Especially if I know, right? You know? Just because some of you I've may or may not ever see in person, some of you I've talked to, right? I've gotten to know you folks a lot more and realize why you keep doing the channel, right? I mean, I have our reasons for doing the channel, but let's just say you folks out there are one of the reasons why I keep going. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Not that I even think about more and more. So everyone, let's see, where am I at? About a minute left on the stream, so everyone, go out there, be ready, prepare, get ready for what may eventually happen, alright? Some food and some water can go a long way, some extra fuel can go a long way, some extra solar lights can go a long way. A fire extinguisher may go a long way at times, right? You might not be able to see none of us can foresee what's gonna go down. None of us got a crystal ball, right? However, we can plan ahead at least, right? Give it a little bit more forethought, right? Instead of being, in hindsight, I should have did this or whatever, right? Hello, Iron Fire Horse, I see you. I'm just on the way out here. So, like, always, things are happening out there, right? Look, see, look. I will say this, right? I'm gonna leave that on the screen for the next, like, minute. But it's true, though, right? This is why I know I haven't actually said it for a while, because I've been letting AI do it, but, you know, things are happening out there, right? But we can adapt and prepare for it, too. The best that we can for what we can do, have access to, and all that stuff. And that's just physical things, right? Spiritually, mentally, as a community, right? A community of like-minded individuals. We all share very common things like food and water, because we all need it in time, right? And go practice that skill and knowledge, and apply it, right? Try to go help someone with that, right? Apply those skills and knowledge out there. Gain some experience by doing something today. You know, unfortunately in this world, we can't help everyone. However, we can help someone, like our family, people that we care for. And I appreciate everyone joining me on this impromptu live stream. And go out there and do something awesome, right? Because, we are all part of this world. So let's go make it better for not just ourselves, but for the people that we care for and all that stuff. And like always, everyone, take care. I'll catch you next time. I'll see you, everyone. Have a good night.